We have all seen the classic opening scene. The hero wakes up from a coma, steps outside, and finds the city completely abandoned. It is a perfectly peaceful, silent, and empty world. But a real crisis comes with no mute button. If a major collapse hits, millions of people attempt to evacuate at the exact same time. That collective rush creates a deafening wave of shattered glass, blaring car alarms, and absolute panic. Popular fiction insists your first instinct should be to grab a pre-packed bag, jump in your car, and hit the highway to the wilderness. The reality of that mass exodus is immediate, cascading gridlock. When everyone follows that exact same instinct, the infrastructure clogs instantly, turning every major exit route into an impassable graveyard of abandoned vehicles. Acting on that cinematic urge to run actively traps you. It locks you directly inside the most densely populated, rapidly depleting disaster zone on the map. Then there's the fantasy of the apocalypse pantry. Survivors casually stroll into a pristine grocery store weeks after society halts and load up a cart with neatly stacked canned goods. Supply chains operate on a fragile, just-in-time delivery model. The moment a disruption hits, panic buying takes over. Retail spaces are stripped to the bone within hours, transforming quiet aisles into violent battlegrounds over whatever scraps remain. To prepare for these disruptions, standard emergency management advice usually tells you to pack a 72-hour survival kit. By day 2 or 3, the mechanical systems underneath civilization stop. Municipal water pressure drops as electric pumps fail. Without refrigeration, the food in your kitchen spoils. Public desperation peaks exactly at that 72-hour mark. To safely outlast that initial wave of intense chaos, you need a minimum of 14 days of self-sufficiency while sheltering in place. Packing supplies for only 3 days guarantees your resources will run dry at the exact moment the environment outside your door becomes the most dangerous. When the food does run out, survivors in fiction usually turn to another reliable strategy: climbing up to an exposed rooftop and lighting a massive signal fire to call for rescue. A distress signal does not selectively attract friendly helicopters. You are broadcasting your exact coordinates and your access to resources to every hostile predator nearby. You trade your single greatest defense, your invisibility, for immediate exposure. Visual beacons are not the only way to expose yourself. Once the power grid fails, the constant mechanical hum of traffic and electronics vanishes. That silence introduces a severe physical hazard. This diagram shows how sound travels in quiet environments. On calm nights, a temperature inversion occurs. Cooler air sits near the ground, while a warmer air layer above acts like a lid. Acoustic waves bend off that layer and bounce back down. Under temperature inversions, sound carries for miles. A dropped tool or normal conversation becomes a highly detectable beacon. Surviving requires extreme noise discipline. You must pad floors, wrap metal gear, schedule noisy tasks for daytime, and eliminate night movement entirely. Real physical protection requires the unglamorous daily labor of ensuring nobody ever hears that you exist. The need for extreme isolation feeds the most pervasive myth in the genre: the idea that without laws, society instantly fractures into selfish, violent looters, requiring you to become a heavily armed lone wolf. That fear of other people often drives survivors toward military-run sanctuaries. But surrendering your weapons and your autonomy to a group that dictates all the rules and controls the food supply results in subjugation. The sociological reality points in the exact opposite direction. During severe shared threats, humans experience a phenomenon called catastrophe compassion. Historical data from major disasters demonstrates that violent crime rates actually decrease. Survivors consistently rely on one another to form cooperative, highly resilient networks. When survival groups do fail, it is rarely due to external attacks. They collapse from the inside, fractured by rigid, authoritarian leadership structures and a lack of social capital. The ultimate sanctuary is not an impenetrable bunker built with tactical gear. It is a zero-profile, highly integrated local community. Surviving a total collapse ultimately requires trusting the people you are locked inside the world with.